a couple hundred billionaires in this world. They all come to Las Vegas once a year to Salt Convention. I was asked last year to be the keynote speaker. And I'm tripping because I'm not a billionaire. And I asked a guy who asked me to do it, I said, I'm not a billionaire, you do understand that. We said, Mr. Harvey, we know everything about you. We know your net worth and everything. I said, well, what can you all learn from me? He said, everything. He said, the reason we want to hear your story is because the majority of us that are billionaires, we inherited some money and we grew it. A couple of us inherited $1 billion, some of us inherited 300 million and we turned it into $1 billion. You come from nothing. What we want to know is how you got to where you are after coming from nothing. I grew up on a block, man, that it didn't breed success. A lot of people on our block ain't here no more, man. I grew up in a place, man, that was you had to be something else, you come up out of there. Prayer changes things. How did you live in a car for 3 years and wind up on more TV shows than anybody? How did you survive flunking out of school? How did you survive all of that? We want to know that, because in case something happens to us, we don't really have the information that you have, or how to come from the back to the front, or how to come from the bottom to the top. I was told I would never be nothing. Prayer changes things. I flunked out of school. Prayer changes things. I'm on my 3rd marriage, lost everything I've owned twice. I've been homeless and lived in a car for 3 years. Prayer changes things. And so when I was telling them how I made it, I was telling them about the fortitude that I developed. And then I told them about the faith that I had. And that was really startling to them. Now, a lot of them are people of faith, but a lot of people who were born with a lot of money ain't really had to have a lot of faith. The cool thing about prayer is the one thing that's available to everybody at any given time. Do you know that God ain't ever too busy for you? You know that God actually knows who you are? You can be successful without an education. You can be successful without coming from a rich family. You can be successful. I don't care what color you are, what faith you belong to, your sexual preference. I don't care what's wrong with you. You can be successful. I'm going to tell you flat out, you have got to tie your existence to your Creator. If you don't tie who you are to God, I got news for you. You're going to forever struggle. Don't you think I got here without Him. I've needed Him every step of the way. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't even be standing here today. I'm telling you right now, you can never lose faith. That's the key. You have to believe in something that you can't see. You have to believe when you don't see no way how. You have to buckle down and keep believing. God is always coming. I'm telling you that if you solidify a relationship with God, you ain't got to ask nobody's permission. You ain't got to check in. He ain't got no line. You can go and form this relationship today, this evening, when you get home. I just never gave up the faith. I kept going because I didn't know how to quit. Because I know if I quit, it cannot happen. Why would you not go for it? Why would you not take a chance? You know, Tone Bell was out here. He said at one point in time, you got to take a chance on you. I've been homeless and lived in a car for 3 years. What you finna tell me that I don't know about it? I will tell you what God can do. He can do anything. God can pick you up when you're at your lowest moment. God can take your existence and turn it around. All you got to do is ask Him for it and wait on it and be willing to work. Faith without works is dead. That's all you got to do. Y'all got a gift that God gave to you at birth. If I was you, I would do that gift for you mess around and lead this world, because your gift will make room for you. You'll be the happiest you've ever been, and you'll make the most money you ever made. I dare you to try it. That's a promise God made. Thank y'all.